And my second son, he was diagnosed autistic, but half of it I'm like, is he autistic or is he just being an asshole?
I know. That's the way I was with my daughter too. No, I got you. So I
And
understand.
so he can get like rile me up. Like for instance, like the other day, because I was like, okay, what if they're striking for 3 months and you're gonna be not doing schoolwork for 3 months? You got to like take care of your own education. And so I was like telling them about this. Um, and then he just has his like headphones on, and I'm like, I know you can hear me, but like I'm like calling his name and he's just not responding. And so then like yeah, like that was like a situation where like I'm just like you end up yelling at him, being like I know you can hear me when I'm talking quietly, but I'm like 4 times, and then eventually I'm just like yelling at him, and then he's like, oh, I had my headphones on. So I'm like, I think that's just ignoring me. So I don't know. That was a situation for me last week with
Mhm.
my son.
There's a couple parts. There's the boundaries part, but then there's also the part where what's really important, right? Because
Yeah,
our egos get involved, and it's like he's not listening to me, blah blah blah. And then that's a great place for you to get clean stuff. You want to get triggered as much as you can, to be honest with you, right?
yeah,
So that you can bring this stuff to your awareness so you can work on it. Instead of it just runs in the background underneath and you don't pay attention to it, but just like in that situation, you're a little bit out of control, right? And when you take a
yeah,
look back at how you were, it's like he's not listening to me, he's not listening, and all those thoughts that are going on in your head, and then all those emotions and feelings that you're feeling, and all those hormones that you're releasing into your blood system, um, because you made something super serious when it didn't have to be necessarily, right? It became a battle of egos, a battle of power, and so you got triggered, and that's a great time to start doing your releasing in that moment, right? And so one of
yeah,
the things, and as we were talking about you being the dad and being the leader and setting the example, part of the setting the example is boundaries. You got to have boundaries, and you have to have rules in place. And we do things this way or we don't do things this way. All this stuff isn't that serious, really. And I'm going to show my kids emotional control, right? You're like looking at yourself, you're being more present in the situation, and you're not telling yourself the story, you're not giving meaning to things like, he's being an asshole, he's being disrespectful, I'm the man, I pay for everything. He's just, all that shit that's running in your head. Instead, you're like, okay, hey, I'm angry at this. Can I just welcome it, love it, let it go, or can I just let this go? And just, hey, I'm curious what else is going to come up in the moment, even in the moment of this whole stuff going down. Be like, hey, I'm curious what else what other emotion am I gonna feel coming up right now? And the whole idea here is that you're not showing any. It's just like with the women, right, and their children. You're not showing any reactivity to them. You're being like grounded, centered, calm. Hey, this is the way things are. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then when the arguments come up, just like with the woman, we don't argue with them, right? We don't go down, hey, well, you did this, you did that. You just ignore that shit and just say, hey, okay, this is what we're doing. It's almost exactly like dealing with a woman.
and like you're saying, like being triggered and using it for practice, like definitely with him the most. It's
Yeah, I
just
know, I know, I know
and
exactly.
also he's very similar to me, so in a way that's the other part is like I see myself a little bit.
Mhm.
I think that's also a big part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely I know I've like been working on that, but like yeah, in that moment, like I wasn't like
Hmm.
yeah, I wasn't in control. I wasn't like and then later on, then I kind of like patch things up. But also, maybe he does have a point. If I can lose my cool over something small, like he has his headphones on or whatever, not like he was on his computer and whatever,
Hmm.
um, then he's probably like, why should I be listening to you anyways, right?
But then it kept working, building up, right?
Yeah,
Kind of cool at first, and then you're still kind of cool. And then, and this is for you to like just pay attention to. What did you
yeah.
start telling yourself, right? In that moment, what did you start telling yourself in that moment that got you all worked up?
I think it's too serious. Like this is important. You gotta like do your homework or you're gonna fail your grade kind of stuff. Like, I end up making it way too big than it actually is.
And this is the other part of how it helps because when you're grounded, just like with a woman, you got to give her a space to express herself, right? They need to have space to be able to express themselves too, right?
Right.
They don't, and they're not, it's not that you're going to yell at them, but it's like just the stupid shit parents say to their kids where they're just not even feeling or thinking, right? It's basically dismissive shit that parents say to kids. Well, kids don't feel like they are able to express themselves when a parent isn't real with them, isn't listening to them, isn't participating with them. And I don't know that you do this. I would imagine you do because lots of parents do. It's the same thing you're doing. Oftentimes, the same thing the kid's doing when they're ignoring you, when the kid's trying to express themselves to you, right? If you
Yeah.
give if you give them some unsolicited piece of advice, it's exactly the same thing, right? As them ignoring you.
Yeah. Seeing it from the other side is, yeah.
I mean, and you can relate to that too, I'm sure, right? From when you were a kid and
Yeah,
you try and
exactly.
tell your parents something, they just were like, "Oh, you're gonna shoot your eye out, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, like as a kid, I was kind of like a smart ass in a way, and like I'd get spankings over that or backhand or whatever over that.
I mean, but there's
Um,
a reason you were being a smart ass too, right? Because you
Yeah, like 'cause I did think I knew better.
yeah.
Yeah, and my son's that way. He. I think he truly thinks he knows better.
Well, I'm gonna back you up because he doesn't feel like and I'm not gonna say this 100%, but to some degree, he feels like he can't really express himself. Just like you probably didn't feel like you could express yourself to your parents. And that's what I'm saying is like give him a place where he can express himself. And does he have any buddies to go hang out with? Yeah.
No, he's really he has like no buddies at all. Like he has a friend from back in Victoria, but um, and they talk like on the computer and stuff. But um, like my youngest has buddies, and he's always like birthday parties, and they're always like doing stuff. But my other two kids don't really hang out with anyone. But so I'm like trying to get him to come out and like do stuff. So I'm trying to get him to come out more too, but also myself to be out more too.
Yeah.
So.
For busy guys, we got to plan our stuff, right? We just can't usually leave it to the last second, and then we have to force ourselves to go out if we don't have a group of friends to hang out with. Good, because it's like, okay, I bought a ticket. I'm gonna go. I gotta go, right? So that's awesome stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And like that's the other thing. Like for me, like I don't really have a friend group here yet, really.
Well, and then like when you're at wherever talking to whoever, just start asking for numbers, right? Or have a little longer conversation than ask for a number. Because I mean, you're in your element, so obviously you feel comfortable. So it's a great opportunity for you to talk to girls and get their numbers or ask them out
yeah,
however you want to handle it, right? You might as well take advantage of it. Like you said, it's a great season to meet people.